Okay, so this is the final installment of the study guide, the video study guide. The purpose of this study guide again is to provide students of the Programming 32758 course with some information that they can use to help study for the topics that might appear on the midterm. Now, in addition to this study guide, I'm also providing a mock exam that will be released shortly, probably not today, but will be released onto Slate, and that you can use to practice, for the exam. Okay. So some of the remaining topics that we haven't covered yet. So we've got web server components, client versus server, and JDBC. Okay. So, as it pertains to web server components, you're going to want to look at the high-level mappings. These are the guys that are showing up in the Tomcat server.xml. In particular, we're talking about an engine, server, host, connector, valve, and service. Okay? Those guys are going to be listed down in the description. Okay? You're going to want to spend some time to kind of understand what the role of each of these components is, and how they all sort of fit together in order to create a web server, like web container, web application container like Tomcat. In particular, you want to spend some time maybe looking at things like valve or host and really figuring out what do those things do. Okay. If you're not sure or you need to review it, and you want to find some material, you can review the slides which are posted on Slate. You can also you can open up any Tomcat and start tinkering with that server.xml file, restart the container a few times, and you can see basically how these things work. It's not really rocket science. Okay. The next sort of big topic that you're going to want to spend some time on is the whole topic of client versus server. So, JavaScript versus JSP. Where is the JavaScript executing? Where is the JSP file executing? Okay. One is executed by an embedded JavaScript program that's running on the browser. Okay. Versus something like a JSP, which is compiled by a JIT compiler in the container. Okay. So you want to be crystal clear about where those things are taking place. You shouldn't have any confusion about maybe a JSP is running on the browser, or that a JavaScript is running at the client or at the server. Now, it is possible to run JavaScript at the server, but in the context that we're discussing it, we're saying that it's running at the client. You're going to want to speak about or study about what is the typical role of the server, okay, in a program, a multi-tiered program. You'll probably also want to spend a little bit of time looking at the role of client. Okay, so what is the typical kind of stereotypical role of a client and server? That's an area that you can spend a little bit of time focusing on. Sorry, the air here is a little bit dry. I guess I should probably add a moisturizer. Yeah, with a big a humidifier. Okay, and the last topic we've got here is JDBC. Okay, so we've got a number of different topics that come up when we talk about JDBC. JDBC is sort of the 800-pound gorilla in this course. Okay, so you want to be clear about what are the different steps for connecting to an application, connecting your application to a database through JDBC. Okay, so loading the driver, okay, getting the connection, creating a statement, stirring, and close. Okay, so you want to be totally crystal clear on that stuff there. You want to be clear about, what is a database update? What is it? What is an update versus what's this query? Okay. So you want to be sure that you understand what all the different database operations might be. Okay. So things like a create, drop, alter, update, insert, delete. Okay. Those guys, what do? You want to be sure about each one of them. You want to know the syntax of how you might go about executing an update, executing an insert. This stuff needs to be all really clear. Okay. This course isn't about, setting up fancy queries. You want to know how to do some basic queries, so you need to understand select and so forth, and some of the syntax is there. That's going to be important. Okay, so please feel free to review this guide as many times as you need to. If you have any questions regarding the exam, feel free that you can contact me. I'll do my best to respond as quickly as possible, and I'll post the additional information or what we just discussed will be posted sort of in text format at the bottom of this video. So good luck with your studies, and we'll see you on the exam. Thanks.